What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's topic is gonna be covering 6 different types of running workouts that you should implement into your running routine. Whether you're a beginner or training for a marathon, a lot of these workouts I've implemented during a marathon prep, in addition to not even realizing that I was doing it, but we'll kind of run through why you should do it and what it will help you with. But before that, I wanna give a big shout out to Cuts. I actually officially signed with Cuts as an athlete, as a partner, and honestly, it's one of the most comfortable shirts and just athleisure material that I like to wear when I'm not running, and I'm typically always just in like athleisure apparel, so I'm a big fan of Cuts. So if you guys ever want to shop Cuts or anything Cuts related, I'm saying Cuts a lot, hit the link in my bio and go check them out. But besides that, let's get into the video. The first running workout is gonna be an easy pace effort, and this is gonna be 80% of your running. And a lot of people, as they start to get into running, this is gonna be where they're building their aerobic base. A lot of people ask, like, how do I get faster? How do I improve my speed? And the answer, ironically, is to run slower so that you can build your body's capacity to run faster. So as you guys are getting into running, keep that in mind. A lot of the days that you're just going out on easy miles, you should keep it very slow. You should be in like a zone 2, which is gonna be anywhere from like 130 to 145 BPM based on your age and whatever runner level you might be. But keep that in mind. 80% of your running should be very easy pace effort. You should be able to talk with someone, and that will help you determine what an easy pace feels like. The second type of workout are fartlek workouts, and it's not like fart and then lick, it's actually just fartlek, and it's actually a Swedish term. It means speed play. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go on, like, let's just say you have a 2-mile run and you wanna implement a fartlek type of workout. You're gonna incorporate speed during that 2 miles, but it's only gonna be for like a set time, or it could be like a distance. For example, let's just say we're doing 30 seconds fast, 1 minute slow. So basically, if you look at your watch, you're gonna run 30 seconds pretty hard, and then you'll take 1 minute off and kind of go back to your easy pace effort. If you don't have a watch, or for whatever reason you don't have something that can clock that time, you can just use objects or things on the road. For example, like a light pole or something, you can use that and say, all right, I'm gonna run fast, I'm gonna sprint to that pole, and once I get there, I'm gonna ease into it. And the importance of fartlek workouts is it's a really good way to incorporate speed into someone's program, especially if you're a new runner and like you're really building your aerobic base, but you wanna sprinkle in a little bit of speed. This is a really good way to not be too harsh and make it like a full speed workout per se, but you're adding in components of speed, which will help you as you build out your aerobic base and also look to improve speed. The third workout are track workouts, some form of repeats around the track. And a lot of these workouts are gonna be pushing your anaerobic system, so you're not gonna be using as much oxygen because you're really gonna be working at close to your race pace or whatever marathon pace that you're trying to achieve. A lot of these workouts, they'll be broken into either 400-meter repeats, 800-meter repeats, or even sometimes 1,000 to a whole mile. And as you do these workouts, you're obviously gonna be running at a lot faster pace. So unlike the easy pace efforts, which is 80% of the workout, speed play and speed workouts are gonna take over the 20%. So as you guys incorporate 1 or 2 speed workouts throughout your week, repeats are a great way to, 1, build out your anaerobic system, but also build the confidence that you are able to hit those times and splits, because it's gonna help you as you actually go achieve your race or even on your longer runs. The fourth workout are gonna be tempo runs or threshold running. And a lot of these workouts, you're gonna be pushing and taxing the system into an anaerobic state. So when you're doing a tempo run, typically you're gonna be holding a marathon pace or your potential race pace for X amount of miles. During my marathon prep, I would do workouts that were like 2-mile warm-ups and then 5 miles at marathon pace, which would be at like a 6:45, 6:50, and then another 2-mile cool down. But when you're in that 5-mile run, like, 1, it's getting very challenging to breathe, and anytime that you're pushing your system in that anaerobic state for that long, it gets more challenging. But it's really good because as you incorporate more of this speed work, it makes your long runs and obviously race day a lot easier to achieve, but definitely incorporate some form of threshold or tempo runs into your workouts. The 5th workout are gonna be recovery runs, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Your body is gonna be in a recovery state. So when you're thinking about your easy pace effort versus your recovery run, the big difference is the recovery run will be shorter distance and it should be done at a slower pace. The goal is, as you guys create more blood flow in the body in that recovery state, you are helping to create more blood flow into your soft tissue muscles so you can speed up and ramp up your recovery. The main times that you're gonna be using in recovery runs are typically after interval workouts, speed workouts, anything that we just talked about, like the track workouts or threshold runs. typically you're gonna incorporate recovery runs after very hard efforts because it's gonna allow you to continue running, but also giving your body a state of recovery. The sixth and final workout is the long run. The infamous long run that every runner incorporates probably one time a week in their running program, whether you're a 5K runner, 10K runner, half or full marathon runner. Like, everyone has that one day, probably on a Saturday or Sunday, because they have more time and freedom to go out and just be in a base building state and just going out and accumulating miles. And typically a lot of these runs are done at a very easy effort, easy pace, but the goal is that you're just accumulating time on your feet. A lot of these long runs will improve your endurance, showing you how far you guys can actually run. A lot of people get impressed when they're like, oh shoot, like I could do 10 miles, I could do 15 miles, whatever it might be. But this is really gonna help you guys to build the confidence when you guys are getting ready for whatever race or event that you're getting prepared for. During my marathon prep, a few of these long runs, we would incorporate some marathon paces into the actual workout. So that's where it can get really, really daunting, where let's just, for example, I have an 18-mile run. The first 7 miles are just very easy. And then we're gonna get into sets of doing 3 miles fast, 1 mile slow. A lot of these workouts can be very intimidating and challenging, but it does build the confidence so that when you get ready for your race or your run or your marathon, that you've hit those miles at 18, at 17, at 19, right? Because a lot of people hit their wall in anywhere from miles 17 to 21. So a lot of those workouts where you're incorporating marathon pace inside of a long run, it is really, really a confidence booster for any runner or athlete as they get ready for their event. Those are the 6 different running workouts that I've implemented over the past 2 years and during my previous marathon prep. There's honestly a ton of other different things that you guys can add in, but I feel like these are 6 that if you're a beginner, intermediate, or you're just kind of getting into this space, like these are really good that you can incorporate. Once again, I would say most of your running, 80% of your running should be in that aerobic base, easy pace effort. Like a lot of what you guys do are gonna be in that space. But the other 20%, whether it's a fartlek workout, whether it's intervals, track workouts, or the tempo runs, 20% of your runs are gonna be done in that speed fashion. So that's kind of the split, but if you're a new runner or anyone getting started, definitely incorporate some of these workouts into what you're doing. That's the video. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. If you guys got any value out of it, make sure you smash the like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're posting weekly on this platform. Hit the bell icon so you guys get notified when I push out a new video. And drop in the damn comments what you guys want to see next. I might be in your city, or maybe you just drop in the comments and we make your video. But whatever it is, you guys go make it a day. Let's go. Deuces.